It's 11 trivia questions on music from my friend Chris Oehlert, who makes awesome glass magnets. This is Trivia with Buds. And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out this show. Comes out every day. If you like trivia, a little dose for you on your commute, on your dog walk, on your workout. However you listen to podcasts, I'm there with you if you like pop culture and trivia. Speaking of pop culture, my good friend Chris Oehlert, who listens to the show, I believe from Kansas, sent me some amazing magnets. You can't really see them because it's a podcast, but I will describe them to you. This guy makes cool custom glass magnets, and he sent me a little circular one. I'd say these are about the size of like an enamel pin, so maybe 2 inches by 2 inches, something like that. But 3 of them are circular, 1 of them is square, and he sent me 3 circular ones. One is Beavis and Butthead, working at their fast food joint, Burger World, I think it is. He sent me the cover of Enema of the State from Blink-182 with Janine holding the glove up. And he sent me my own podcast logo, the orange background with my face, and it says Trivia with Buds Daily. The 4th square magnet is the old school Pepsi logo. And those are some of my favorite things. Beavis and Butthead, Blink-182, Pepsi, myself, right? Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. And that means a lot to me that you took the time to do that. So thank you very much. And Chris makes these magnets. His info will be listed in the show notes. If you want to check him out on Facebook, give him an ad, send him a message, and let him know you want some custom magnets. These are really cool, and they are on the legs of my desk, like the higher part of my desk. There's like a 2-level part to the desk, and in between the 1st and 2nd level there's a metal bar that goes up, and that's where I put those magnets. And I'm actually holding up some pieces of paper with some notes and things on them right now, so they make perfect use in my house and they look badass. And when people come over, they'll be like, "Where'd you get that Beavis and Butthead magnet?" I'll be like, "Oh, that's from my friend Chris." So thank you so much for taking the time to do that, Chris. Very, very cool of you, and the perfect pop culture addition to my office here. Guys, today's episode is going to be fun because Chris not only sent me magnets, he sent me trivia. 11 questions on music, kind of all over the place, general music-related trivia. So we're going to play through these questions and see how much you know about music. We're going to jump into these questions right now. Here we go. All right, it's music trivia time from Chris Oehlert. Here's question number 1. What is the better-known stage name of legendary bassist and lead singer Gary Lee Weinrib? Number 1, what is the better-known stage name of legendary bassist and lead singer Gary Lee Weinrib? Question number 2, which band had the top-grossing concert tour of the 2000s? Number 2, which band had the top-grossing concert tour of the 2000s? Question number 3, which band came in second in the answer to the last question? Which band had the second highest grossing concert tour of the 2000s? Question number 4, what is the longest rock song ever recorded? Number 4, what's the longest rock song ever recorded? Question number 5, which band or artist had the most Billboard #1 singles of all time? Number 5, which band or artist had the most Billboard #1 singles of all time? Question number 6, what was the first music video to appear on MTV? Question number 6, what was the first music video to appear on MTV? Question number 7, what was the second music video to appear on MTV? Number 7, what was the second music video to appear on MTV? Question number 8, what is the longest running rock band with all its original members? Number 8, what is the longest running rock band with all its original members? Number 9, which of these band names is not a real band name? Here are your choices. Is it Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin? Let's Get Out of This Terrible Sandwich Shop, Technicolor Swing Set, or Half Man, Half Biscuit? Which of these band names is not real? The choices again: Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin, Let's Get Out of This Terrible Sandwich Shop, Technicolor Swing Set, or Half Man, Half Biscuit? Which one is not real? And question number 10, who holds the world's record for most guitars smashed on a concert tour? Number 10, who holds the world record for most guitars smashed on a concert tour? And your bonus question, number 11, what is Neil Young's most popular hobby? Number 11, what is Neil Young's hobby? There you go. Tough questions in the music variety from our friend Chris Oehlert. Thank you for sending those, Chris. We'll be right back with the answers in just a few. All right, here are the answers to music trivia from Chris. Let's see how you did. These were tough. I would not have got most of these. Let's see. I definitely would have gotten one. Number 3 was the only one I would have gotten. Number 1, what is the better-known stage name of legendary bassist and lead singer Gary Lee Weinrib? That would be Geddy Lee of Rush. Number 1. Question number 2, which band had the top-grossing concert tour of the 2000s? That would be the Rolling Stones. They had a total gross of $869,471,325. That's 264 shows, and they had 190 sellouts. So that's insane. Number 3 was the second highest grossing band of the 2000s, and that was U2. Their total gross was $844 million, and they had 288 shows, and they sold out 288 shows, which is insane. I've seen U2 live once, and it was quite the show. Even if you don't like U2, they put on a good show. I would have thought they were number 1, but I forgot about the Rolling Stones. Question number 4, what is the longest rock song ever recorded? The answer was Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick with a running time of 43 minutes and 50 seconds. I would agree with that one. I'm sure there's been longer songs, like operatic things, but in terms of rock songs, I would say that is pretty long, 43 minutes, 50 seconds. Number 5, which band or artist has the most number 1 singles of all time? I would have thought it was Mariah Carey, but it was the Beatles. They had 20 number 1 Billboard singles, and Mariah Carey is in the second position with 18. So she's right behind them, and I'm sure at some point might surpass them. She has a couple more hits. Number 6, what is the first music video to appear on MTV? The Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star that aired on 8/1/81. Way back in the day. Number 6. Number 7, the second music video on MTV. That's a question you don't hear too often. Is Pat Benatar, You Better Run? Pat Benatar going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. I just saw. Much deserved. Number 8, what's the longest running rock band with all its original members? That would be the Rolling Stones, 1962 to the present. I think Chris might be a Rolling Stones fan. Number 9, which of these bands is not real? We had Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin, Let's Get Out of This Terrible Sandwich Shop, Technicolor Swing Set, and Half Man, Half Biscuit. According to Chris, it's Technicolor Swing Set. So if you're thinking of starting a band, that name is available. Number 10, who holds the world's record for most guitars smashed on concert tour? That would be Matt Bellamy of The Muse with 140 smashed guitars. Is The Muse and Muse the same band? Probably not, right? I can't imagine the guys in Muse smashing guitars, but maybe I'm wrong. Number 11, the bonus question, what is Neil Young's hobby? Neil Young is an avid model train enthusiast. You can imagine him with the little cap on, sitting in his basement in the center, just running those trains. He is so much of a train enthusiast, says Chris, that he bought the Lionel Train Company. The Lionel Train Company. There you go. There's some fun trivia for you in the world of music from Chris. And if you want some magnets from Chris, he can make them however you want, based on anything you want, according to what he sent me. So if you have a few things you like, tell him you want to place an order and hit him up at the email in the show notes. And you can find him on Facebook there as well. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. It's been a hoot and a holler today, and the biggest thing you can do to help me out is to tell a friend about the show. That's right. Send a text with a link to this episode or any other episode that you've enjoyed, that you think a friend might enjoy, and say, hey, check out this guy, Ryan Buds. You might like it if you love trivia. That would be very, very cool of you. If you have a few bucks extra a month, go throw some at me at patreon.com/trivia with buds. We're up to 54 patrons, which is phenomenal. And I look at that every day and I smile. So thank you so much for being a Patreon subscriber to the show. And if you want to do something for free, go leave an iTunes review. That helps us get higher up on those certain charts and more eyes and ears on the show. So just go to your podcast app and leave a 5-star review. I don't even think you have to write any text, but you can if you want to put some details on what you like about the show. Thanks for listening, guys. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Design of San Dimas, California, who created the Far Side comic strip. Tweet me your answer at RyanBuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. And the answer to yesterday's question, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? The answer was Harper Lee. All right. Check out fmdesignsinc.com if you want to place an order for custom apparel. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.